James was messing up his deck dinner. But it is his dinner after all, so it's nuggets, veggie nuggets with a curry sauce, baked potato and gravy, and stuffed squash, and some yam, and then some grapes.
So I'd already messed this up. I didn't know Pauline was coming out to do a duck dinner.
So you can go ahead and talk about what you were wanting to talk about.
What was that?
Sports game.
Oh, I don't know. Sports kind of really bores me.
Oh. Okay, if you don't want to talk about it, you're really eager to listen to it in the car.
Oh, well, that's just wanted to hear what was happening. Baseball, I don't know what happened. But it's stunning how a whole station just to sports, and they don't even cover the Canadian Football League very well. It's just the occasional mention, stuff like that. Lots of American football. There's more American college football mentioned than Canadian football.
When I would make a meal like this for Silas, he would say, "That meal has 4 corners."
Well, there you go.
He was very thrilled when I made a meal that had many things. So.
Well, it's nice to know he was thankful sometimes. Huh?
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Uh-oh, I don't think we'll ever get that out of there.
Yeah.
That's not good. I should have really thought that through and put something on top of it, I guess. There you go. So anyway, I wrote a couple Silas stories today. Would you like to hear them?
Oh, sure.
I have now written, I think, 368 pages of Silas stories.
So basically they're poems, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
So this one's called Sigh, Sunburn. And I wrote both of these today. We met my sister and her guy out near a Calgary nature park. That day was hot in late July, and that hot sun sure left its mark on river-washed and half-nude Sigh. I've never seen a burn that bad. The blisters were large nipple size. That sunburn was the worst he'd had. Some blisters seemed to merge and rise. I'd barely burnt, and I was glad. Perhaps Sigh should have called in sick. He had to wear a shirt to work. Sigh said he'd burnt, so some dumb dick slapped Sigh for fun.
Oh.
The stupid jerk got splashback from his stupid trick. He heard the splat. His hand got wet from blister juice within Sigh's shirt. The guy apologized. I'll bet that guy was worried Sigh would hurt him back. By rights, you give, you get. Sigh didn't slap the stupid guy, but would have had he got a burn. Perhaps he knew to not drop by when burnt. Though folks would rarely learn to not have hurtful fun with Sigh. Sigh's sunburn healed eventually. It may have scarred a little bit, although as far as I could see, in weeks there was no trace of it. Sigh's back had healed up perfectly.
Oh, very well.
So that was good at least, because boy, that looked bad. So this is another poem that I wrote today called, and I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to change the poem, but I got tired. I mean, it's hard work for
writing long
verse. Anyway, it could have been $2,000 though. That's the name of this poem. The day Sigh got his blister burn had really sucked for poor young Sigh. It's like the gods all took their turn on Silas as he happened by. The day was hot, the water cool, and so the river tempted Sigh, then stole the glasses from the fool. The current swiftly passed Sigh by. Sigh never should have kept them on while swimming, but the sun was high to light our view. But they were gone. My sister first alerted Sigh that he was turning pink, then red. He wouldn't go though, you know Sigh. He searched there hopelessly instead. I never should have helped him try to find them on that riverbed, since while I waited there with Sigh, he just turned darker shades of red. It took my sister and her guy to finally leave before Sigh dropped his search. We had Sigh's bike, which I had yet to drive. It ran, then stopped. No gas.
Wow.
Some people happened by, Kiss radio show hosts. I knew their slogan, but was just too shy to say it. And it felt dishonest too. I didn't like their station. Sigh, though, really could have used the dough for gas, which lured the Kiss host by, and for new glasses. Even so, they gave me 10 and 10 for Sigh. So I have to change that poem because I realize it's not long enough.
For the story?
For the story. Because, I mean, I should really start by saying, something about the Keep It On Kiss, right? That's,
well,
yeah, their slogan. Or I don't have to say Keep It On Kiss, Why give them advertising in my poem? But they had this contest, as a lot of radio stations do. They had this contest in Calgary, and it was so crazy. There were people, you'd phone somebody and their answering machine message was, "Keep it on, Kiss!" And you'd ring their buzzer on their door, and right away they'd say, "Keep it on, Kiss!" It was just crazy. Everyone was saying it because they were so hoping that they would win. If the Kiss people came to you and you said, "Keep it on, Kiss," then you got $1,000. And if you happened to be with 20 people at the time and all 20 of you said, "Keep it on, Kiss," every one of you got $1,000. So, yeah.
So everyone was saying.
Everyone was saying it, but
for the $1,000.
I
I wonder
so
if they
then-
gave it to anyone.
Well, they would have given us that, and because, see, it's really hard for me to talk to people, and I knew the slogan, and I felt like, oh, should I say it? Should I say it? And I couldn't say it, and so I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But the Kiss, they had this silly car. It was a fancy, different kind of car that they drove around with the top down, and then they'd stop people, and if you said it, you got the money. So they came by with their fancy car. Well, we were out of gas, and so I was trying to tip the motorcycle up to try to get the gas to start it so we can get to a gas station. And and anyway, so they came by and they were waiting. They were like talking to us for 10 minutes or something, hoping that we would say it, right? And
You knew what they were waiting for.
I knew what they were waiting for, but Sigh was just talking with them.
Okay.
And like you would be, if we ran into him, James would just be chatting away, and that would be that, right? And so I was just standing back, like I would do. So anyway, I was wondering, should I say it? Oh, that would be kind of rude to them, because like they're
Interrupt.
coming here to talk to us and maybe help keep us company when this sucks that we've run out of gas. Anyway, but then they handed us their card, the Kiss FM card with a $10 bill behind each one.
Okay.
And
So you got some money.
we did. We got $10, but it could have been 2,000.
Oh my
That's
God.
the name of the poem, right? Because we would have each got 1,000 rather than.
It's one thing I noticed that big billboard for
Yeah.
Kiss.
Yeah, it's funny because I wrote
Just
about
a few
this
minutes
today.
ago.
So, yeah, it's strange.
Keep it on Kiss. So I guess it still exists.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the same slogan here or if it's even the same radio station. Maybe it just has the same name. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
But anyway, so yeah, that's and then the worst thing is I told Sigh about it after. And I shouldn't have said anything, so he'd never know. Because he was thankful for the 10, we had gas money then.
Yeah.
But
Could have had 990 more than that.
yeah, he could have, yeah. And well, each of us could have.
Excellent.
But then I went and told the people that I worked with too about our experience, because it was quite a day. I mean, that isn't even all of it. That was just before I got tired.
Lots of things went wrong.
So many things. So I think I stepped in a dead body of something. It was terrible. It squished, and it really smelled bad.
It wasn't human size, was it?
I don't know, because I didn't want to look, right? And we were out in a wild kind of area. It could have been human. I wondered if it was.
Okay.
I mean, you never know. It could have been somebody dumped a dead body there, and then the police were like, oh, there's this footprint inside this body. I wonder if that's the, and it was just me walking by. But
That's one of the things that
probably was
police
an animal,
check out
but you never know.
religiously. Like, there are all sorts of stupid people think they can get away with things with the cops.
Yeah.
And one of the things you get used to, I was going, why haven't they got lunch? Bagged lunch. Well, cops make way too much money to bring bagged lunch. And they're leaving them on the floor and stuff like that. But that's, they bag people's shoes. Huh? So I guess you can be walking around the cop shop while they actually photocopy shoes.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
It makes a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. You see a lot when you work in the cop shop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff you don't want to see.
But anyway, yeah, that was it. And then when I told the people at work, they're like, that's what they do when they're going to give you the $1,000. They give you that instead if you don't. And they were all like, why didn't you say it?
Yeah.
That's me. Try being this introverted and talking to people, and you will understand. Once I get to know people, I can talk to them. And if I feel comfortable with them, I can talk to them. But strangers, he talks. I don't talk.
Yeah. I talked to a lot of strangers in the morning.
You did it today. I tried to talk a little bit.
It's true.
Yep. I said, thank you for talking with us or something like that. Or nice to meet you. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, how did you like this pumpkin compared to yesterday's pumpkin?
This one's a bit better, actually.
Oh, really?
I like the other one pretty good.
Huh. Okay.
Who knows?
All right. Well, this one had cheese in it.
That's why.
Yeah. And you like that curry sauce quite a bit, eh?
I like it really good. I mix it in with other things that
Good.
are special.
All right. So yeah, it could have been $2,000 though. That's probably going to be twice as long when I'm done with it.
Imagine what it'd be like if you invested that. Well, it would have been 1,000. I don't think Silas would have been.
It doesn't matter. I don't feel badly about it.
Well, you survived. Right?
No, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, a lot of people will blow that kind of money on a weekend. I don't. So, it doesn't really matter. I have a warm shelter, and not that it matters so much today, because it's a beautiful day, beautiful warm day. And I have plenty of food that I can eat, and it's good food.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful. I was trying to make a list of 100 things I'm thankful for. And now I'm at number 43. Is that right?
44.
44. So I just thought of something that I was thankful. I'm thankful that I know how to cook. So I can cook wonderful foods and I don't have to go out to restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Sure saves a lot of money, let me tell you.
Well, and it's like, there's some designer foods.
You don't have to worry about spit.
I mean, it always feels like designer. When you stuff a little mini pumpkin like that, it feels like a fancy, high class kind of thing.
I don't know who discovered that. Well, kids would just love that.
Yeah. Especially when you have the littler pumpkins.
Mm.
They're perfect, right? Just a little thing on your plate. A little bit of work, but whatever. It's like maybe a little bit bigger than an hors d'oeuvre, not much more. But it looks really great. Very special. Yeah. And Silas actually taught me how to cook a lot of things. So I'm thankful for that. So that's 45.
Yeah, he was...
He taught me how to make a white sauce. I never would have known how to make one without.
Yeah. Of course, when most times when you came back from work, you had to cook for the both of you, right?
Well, I was the one who did most of the cooking. He said after, when he was gone, he called back and he said, "You did most of the cooking." And I was like, "Yeah."
You also did almost all of the earning of money.
But he didn't realize it when he was there. But when he did cook,
Wow.
it was a fancy thing. He'd make something really top notch. It was always excellent. He was very good at it. Oh, except for like baking. He did not bake. But I mean food. And honestly, I prefer that. I don't really, some people really prefer baking sort of things. They think that's a treat. But no, I like high class dinner. And he could do that. He was great at it. So, yeah, I'm thankful that I've 46, that I've gotten to eat so many foods from so many different cultures. That's awesome too. And anybody can. You can look online and just look up, go to some shop and you find some ingredient that you don't know what it is or how to use it. You look it up on the computer and you all of a sudden you have many different recipes that you can try with that thing. So, and I guess learning the terminology for cooking can be challenging. There's some things that you might not know what they are exactly. And you might
A lot
need
of French
somebody
words, maybe?
I don't know. You might need
Well,
somebody to fill you in on what that is. But
so
you know,
what
you
is
can
puree?
learn that on the exactly. You can learn things like that on the internet. Just look it up and there'll be somebody showing you how to do that or showing you what that means or whatever.
yeah, things have
So-
changed a lot in 30 years
Yeah.
since the internet really started taking off. There's actually no excuse for not learning a language. Zero. You can get all sorts of stuff on the internet. It's stunning.
So anyway, that's all I have.
Okay.